guys, I'm Michelle, and today we're going to do a nice little wake up the body flow to get you going and ready and moving. This is a wonderful flow for the hips, so if you're sitting around all day, it's something that's just going to stretch you out, wake you up after a long night's sleep, a long restful night's sleep hopefully. So let's get going. We're going to start seated on the mat. And if you need to, go ahead and take something and prop yourself up. I have little just foams here, so you can sit them underneath your bottom or even a blanket. And allow that pelvic to just kind of tilt a little bit. So sit on the edge of it and bring yourself into this space. Take a nice deep breath in, hands down wherever they're comfortable, on the knees or at the heart center. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. Inhaling. And exhaling. One more time. Nice job. Just bring yourself into this space, this moment right here, right now. Bringing clarity to the mind as we start to roll those shoulders out, waking them up little by little. We want to start to work into everything. So start to work into those elbows. And then even if you'd like to do some back strokes, or you can kind of do a nice little dance where your stomach goes back and forward. You can even punch to one side and then the other, or together. So almost as if you're doing a sitting cat and cow. So you're arching the back and then bringing it in, and then you can cross over as you arch and then bring it in and pull back. And then really start to wake everything up. So making this nice rounding motion. You can set those hands down if you'd like to and come in. Roll out. Really start to make some space and open this body up. Inhale those arms all the way up. And then exhale down into this forward fold here. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, walking yourself up. Let's remove our little prop from underneath our bottoms. Go ahead and swoop those legs around, working into our nice cat and cow here. And just a few more times, this nice supported one. Breathing in deep and exhaling fully. Go ahead and push back into a nice child's pose here. So nice active arms. Rolling up, tucking those toes under into your first downward dog. Breathing here. Go ahead and lift and lower those heels, pushing that bottom back up and towards the sky. Breathing nice and deep and full. Feeling those calves as you push through that heel. If you need to make this stance a little bit shorter, go ahead. That way you can really push down with that heel and feel like that back opening. With each lowering of that heel, you're going to feel like this nice stretch all the way up and down this leg here. And then walk it out a little bit at a time to the back of the mat. And see if you can drop those heels down here now. Continuing to breathe. Continuing to maintain this forward position of this downward dog. Instead of getting floppy here. Which actually, let's bend those knees and push back with those arms. So nice straight arms here, gazing forward. And then straightening out those legs as the gaze is towards those front fingers. Breathe in deep. And go ahead, check back the middle of the mat. Gaze down at that. Raise that right leg up. Bend that knee. Feels nice and good and open. Straighten it out. Drop that foot down. Left leg comes up. Bending that knee. Ooh, feels great, right? Open up those hips. Drop that foot down. Drop those knees down. Push back in this nice active arm child's pose. So those arms are nice and active here. Breathing here as you're nicely supported. Walk yourself all the way back, sitting up in your hero's position, rolling those shoulders back out, grabbing and gazing upwards, and then and pulled back. So both of the scapulas are coming back towards each other and kissing. And bring them forward. Inhale these arms up. Grab onto the palms. One palm upward and the other one is holding on. And then swing those arms back around. Grabbing, pulling those shoulder blades down, and then bringing them in towards each other. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Inhale those arms up. The other hand is nice and flat to the sky. The other one is holding it down, so a nice little wrist stretch here. And then releasing down. One more time, pulling those shoulders down and then back behind you where those scapulas can come and kiss. Breathing deep. And then kind of shrug your shoulders forward a little, like you're maybe a gorilla. And then coming on back. So these nice wide arms here. And you're making a nice circle around your body. So opening up this top half of the body. Coming down to tabletop, tuck the toes under. Right leg comes up. Go ahead and just, your knee is just slightly bent. Rolling those ankles here. And the opposite direction. Try to keep those toes pointing towards the front of your mat. Drop the foot down, left leg just bent at the knee. Breathing here. Keeping those toes pointed towards the front of the mat. And then roll in the opposite direction. So as we're doing this in our downward dog, we're actually getting a lot more blood flow to the brain. And this will help wake you up for the day. It's better than a cup of coffee. Drop that foot down, gaze forward, walk towards the front of the mat. Breathe in. Exhale. Drop that head down, just let it hang. Holding on to those calves here, or if you need some stability, planting those fingertips. You can make some nice strong fingertips and hold them down. Drop that head and breathe. Just kind of relaxing into this. Having a nice slight micro bend in those knees here. And shaking the head from side to side. You can close the eyes if you have your hands down on the mat. Otherwise, I don't want you to lose balance with your eyes closed. And bring it back to stillness. Keeping the eyes closed. Hold on to those elbows here. Bend into those knees a little bit deeper. Just let go. So this is really starting to let go the upper back that we just kind of squished in and squished out. It's releasing all those muscles. And gently roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly. Inhale those arms up. And slowly and gently exhale, hands down, heart center. Close the eyes, breathe here. Nice job. Let's flow. Inhale those arms up. Exhale down into a forward fold. Inhale up into a nice half lift. So having those fingers down on the mat here. And bend those knees. Drop back, stepping back into a plank position. Holding this plank. Each hold of your plank is building some endorphins for you. So it's also better than a cup of coffee. Drop those knees down. Push back, child's pose. Hang out here, really extending those arms, strengthening them up, rolling up into your cat pose, tucking the toes under, pushing back to downward dog. Right leg comes up, bending that knee back behind you. Go ahead and gaze over that left shoulder, straighten that knee, offer that hip some nice support here as you straighten it out. Drop those toes down, left leg comes up, bend the knee, gaze over that right shoulder. Nice job. And straighten that hip out as you hold it here. Drop those toes down. Gaze forward, walk towards the front of the mat. Roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale up. Continue on. Exhale down, forward fold. Inhale up and exhale down. Coming back to your plank position, holding here, gazing forward, making sure you're adjusting so you're not slumped down, but you're nice and strong and up. Go ahead, try to slump down a little bit. Feel that. Push back up so you're not all the way coming down, but you're feeling this. Are you still hanging out with me? Few more breaths. You can do this. You are stronger than your mind allows you to be, so stay here. Stick with it. Let's get strong and wake up. Push back, downward dog. Nice job. Right leg comes up. Bend it back behind you. Gaze over that left shoulder. Breathe. Straighten it out. Bring it forward. Gazing forward. So tuck it in a little bit tighter. A little bit tighter. A little bit tighter. All right. All the way back and up. Same thing. Left side. Left leg comes up. Bend it over. Feel that stretch. Open up. And straighten it out. Bring it forward. Tuck it in, tuck it in, tuck it in. Gazing forward here. So not a very arched back. Nice and straight. So you're in a plank pose. Kick it all the way back up to your one-legged dog. Drop that foot down. Gaze forward. Walk towards the front of the mat. Breathe here. In your forward fold, you can hold on to those calves or plant those hands on the ground. Few more breaths in this beautiful forward fold. And in fact, let's lift up that right foot and place the right hand underneath. Lift up that left foot, place the left hand underneath, and gaze forward ahead of your mat, stretching the back of those legs. If you need to bend the knees slightly, go ahead. But I want you to just step on those hands and feel how lovely that feels. Breathe deep. Untuck those hands. Roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Roll those shoulders back. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Breathe here. And that is your lovely morning flow. Let's inhale those arms up one more time. Exhale down towards your heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today. You have an awesome rocking day, and we will see you soon. Namaste.